Welcome to RGB Links YouTube webinar channels. This is Luke, and we are live on RGB Links headquarters office in Xiamen. So it's great to see you guys today again. So this is our third webinar for this week. And again, we are going to cover two products today. First is the Minimix, and then the next product is the Q16 Pro 1 unit. Okay. To start, of course, I want to mention to you guys, subscribe our channels. You will always know what's going on with RGB Links. We will send you the latest news and latest information about our great products. Okay. So if you guys have any questions during today's webinar, so just type the question in the comment. When I see it, I will answer right away, or after that, I will send you the detailed information for it. Okay, so first we're gonna look at the Minimix. So let's get back to the topic. So today's topic is Minimix 5 layers configuration and the sync, saving, and the loading. So Minimix support the 5 layers output. So we got 2 video layers and 3 image layers. So let's see an example of these 5 layers. Let's take a look at a screenshot of the example. So the 5 layers are the layer 8, the layer 8 and B, the video layers, which they are coming from the HDMI 1 to HDMI 4, and 3 image layers are the backgrounds, captation, and the logo. These 3 are the image files. Okay, so next we take a look at how to configure each layers. Okay, so right now you can see all the layers on the program on the preview are disabled. So the 2 layers for layer A and layer B are the video layers, which are taken from the HDMI 1 to HDMI 4. For the logo, captation, and background, you will have to import it through the USB flash drive. So you're going to take one USB flash drive, you're going to plug it into the Type-C port 1. So the first time you connect the USB flash drive to the Minimix will create a file folder on your flash drive. Then afterward, you can store your image file into that folder. So I will take this USB drive to my laptop and take a look at how to store the file. Okay, so we will open the USB drive, and you can see Minimix already create a folder here. So you go into folder, you go into image here. So you can see 3 separated folders: background, captation, and the logo. So I have pre-stored some files for each layer. So you can see I have some folders stored here. Okay. So the file format, right? So let's start with the background. So the background file will only support the BMP file, and the image size will be less than 1080p. The resolution for background file will be 1080p, 1080, and let's go to the captation. The file format for the captation will be PNG, and the file size cannot be, it has to be less than 1920 times 1080. Also for the logos, The file format for logo is also PNG, and the image size is also has to be less than 1920 times 1080. Okay, so after you already finish putting the files into the flash drive, you're gonna take this flash drive and connect back to the Minimix. Okay. So after you connect the so let's see how to configure each of them. So after you connect the USB drive, you will able to see each files here. That's for logos, logo, and we'll go to captations. Okay. So let's start with the backgrounds. You can see right now all these all the 5 layers are in gray color, and that means they are disabled. Also here here are the 5 buttons corresponding to the 5 layers. So the first one, background, layer A, layer B, captation, and the logos. So if I were to enable the backgrounds right here, so I will go to the interface, choose the background here. So I already add some files from the USB drive. So let's start with from scratch. So you can add, these are the 6 files I stored in the flash drive. So I add them, so I can add them to, okay. So for example, if I want to use this, the last one as my background, I choose this one, the layers background 6, and I press settings, and let's go back, see it's right here. Let's see how it looks on the program outputs. So that's the background layers. Okay, let's go back to Minimix. Okay, so that's the background layers. Then next 2 are the layer A and layer B. So if I can enable the layer A here. I can choose the, so layer A and layer B are video layers from HDMI 1 to 4. So I can choose the 3 and 4, so I can press here. So the 4 is my laptops, and HDMI 3 is video files from another laptop. So I can choose. So if I were to select the layer A, it will be blue colors in the label here. Also, you can see in the physical button here, it's also in flashing blue. So you can also enable and disable the layers here, layer A, so it's on and off. Okay, so let's take a look at how it looks like in the programs. So I have my layer A. So right now I have 2 layers, the layer A and the background layers. Let's go back to the Minimix. Okay, so next I can enable the layer B here, right? Okay, here. So you can see right now it has 2 video layers. I can also choose the signal source for layer B. So right now you can see the layer B sign is in blue, and the buttons here also flashing blue. Okay, you can choose. Go back to, you can choose from 3 and 4. Okay, that's 34. Let's see how it looks like on the programs. Okay, so right now I have 3 layers on the programs: the layer A and layer B and the background layer. Okay, let's go back to Minimix. So you can see layer A and layer B are overlapping with each other. So I can change to, I can move, try to move it. So on the touch screen, you can choose each layer A or layer B, to adjust the size and the position of it. So I want to go with the first layer, layer A here. I can use the toggles here, the zoom toggle here, to change the size of it. So I want to make it bigger, and I can use my joystick. Okay, now let me change my, actually, change my camera here so you guys can see more clear. Okay. Okay, so I can use my joystick to move it around to the position I want to put. So I will make the layer A full screen. So make a zoom, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, there you go. That's full screen. Okay, so layer A is done. So I want to make it layer B in the center. Okay, maybe I want to make it smaller. I don't want it. Okay, so I move to the center. Okay, so let's see how it looks on the program. Okay, so I have my 2 layers here. Let's go back to Minimix. Okay, so we have done configuration for 3 layers. Background, layer A, layer B. Now let's go to the captations. So I go to the setting page for the captation. So you can see the media file here. We have stored 3 files in the flash drive for the captation. So I add all these 3 to Minimix. Okay. So I have 3 stored, right now 3 files I stored in the Minimix. Okay, so if I want to use number 3, I choose number 3, enabled it, and I press settings, I change, okay, let's go back to the program. Okay, you can see the layers for the captation layer which is set. Okay. Let's go back to the Minimix. Okay, we have set 4 layers so far. The background, layer A, layer B captations, and now let's take a look at the logos. So we have stored a 6 file for logos. So I want to add each one to the Minimix system. Okay. So if I want to use the YouTube channel logos here, I select this one, enabled it, and press settings. Let's go back to, okay. You can see it's on the left top corners. So maybe I want to place the logo in the center. So we go back to the interface. I can adjust the X value and the Y value to arrange the position for the logos. I want to place in the centers, overlapping with the layer B. Okay, so let's go back to see how it looks on the program. Okay, so right now we have all 5 layers configured. So we got background, layer A, layer B, and the captation and the logos. So yeah, so I think this is pretty straightforward. So when you do streamings and you want editing, disable any of the layers, you can simply press the touch screen here, or you can use the touch buttons here. I want to enable and disable each layers. So it's pretty easy to use both touch screen and the 5 buttons here. I think it's pretty amazing, right? Okay, let's try see we enable. I want to disable the layer A. Okay, so layer A is gone. So right now I only have the captation logo and the background and layer B on the programs. I want to try make another example here. Okay, I want to disable layer B. So let's go back to programs. Okay, so right now I only have 3 layers, and these 3 are all image files. So captation, logo, and the backgrounds. Okay, let's try to use the buttons here to enable layers. Okay, enable layer A and enable layer B. Okay. Okay, see, we are back to the 5 layers outputs. So the configuration for each layers and all layers are pretty straightforward using the touchscreen and the buttons. Okay, so that's all for the configuration for the layers. So I think you all know when after we configure the certain layers, we want to store these things, and next time we don't have going to all these steps to configure again. So next we will check out how to save and reload the things from Minimix. Okay. So for example, I have configured the 5 layers for the Minimix. So I'll go to settings, go to the setting, go to views. So for Minimix, we can save up to 8 views, means 8 different things. So I press save here. It will promote the, if you want to save to the view 1, I press yes. It will take a screenshot of the current the previous settings and save here. So next time you want to load this the first view, you will know what is the first views, and you give the idea to which one you want to load. So let's disable layer B, make another thing here, and the layer 8. Make sure you disable the layer 8 only. I want to save this to the view 2. Press yes. Okay. Then we go to enable layer. Let's make it smaller. Okay. And let's make layer 8 to the top left corner, and we move the layer B to the right bottom corner. Okay. Yes. And let's save it to view 3. Yes. Okay. So let's say I want to use the view 1 right now. So we go to home, we go to shortcut here. We go to take the first layer. Okay, so you can see in the preview, it instantly goes to the previous layer, the view we saved. Okay, let's push to the program. Okay, let's say right now I want to change the output to the view 2. Okay, so again, you will go to the shortcut here. So you're going to take the second view. You can see it changed to the second view instantly, and you want to push it to the program. Then the program would be the same as the view 2. Let's try for the view 3. I can take it and push to the program. Okay, let's see. So that's how you can use the views, which scenes in Minimix to improve your streaming, how it looks for your streaming. And yeah, that's all for today's Minimix sections. And I think we demoed how to configure the 5 layers and also how to use the scene view functions for the Minimix. So I think you all learned a little bit about more about the Minimix. So it's great to show how we've done so far for the Minimix. And next section, we will check out what's new about the Q16 Pro 1U. We will show you how to configure the Q16 Pro 1 unit through the Xbox and through the remote controls. Okay, we will take a roughly 10 to 15 minute break, and we will come back to the Q16 Pro 1 unit sections. Okay, thanks for joining us so far, and we'll see you a little bit in the next section.